work with children that are between the ages of 10 and 16 who are accused of crimes between a Class B misdemeanor all the way to capital murder. There is a misconception that kids are only into fighting and smoking drugs. The reality is we have just as many violent cases as they have in courts downtown.
It's a rehabilitative system rather than a punitive system. So when we refer to a child, we don't even call them a defendant, we call them a respondent. It's based more in a civil type of system because it's a family court enforcing criminal laws. So it's a mesh between the two type of systems. The goal is to try to rehabilitate children so they don't actually reach the adult system, and put those services in place to counteract the activity that's going on now.
We don't have a jail. We have what's called the detention center. You don't receive a sentence of time in detention. Detention is just merely to hold children for safety reasons while we're waiting for their cases to be resolved. We don't call it punishment, we call it disposition.
Because the focus of the system is about rehabilitating children, the majority of our cases result in some kind of juvenile probation. The law is set up that probation is almost mandatory up front. However, for felony offenses, if a child either violates probation or if the offense is so serious that it warrants something other than probation, the child can be sent to the Texas Juvenile Justice Division, which is like a prison for kids. We want to rehabilitate them, we want to get them better, but at the same time, our goal is to also protect the community at large. And there are some times when a kid just needs to be removed from the community.
The probation department has a lot more engagement outside of what the DA's office does. We only receive cases that are more serious in nature or that a child is in more serious need of rehabilitative care. So it is possible if a child commits a crime but are not otherwise in need of services provided by the juvenile probation department or exhibiting the type of behavior that puts the community's safety at risk, the appropriate option in that case is for the court to say, I'm doing nothing with your case. You get no disposition.
I like to see the success stories. You really get to see that a lot more with juvenile and see how, your interventions have affected the life of the child. And there's not a whole lot of things in this world where you get to do something like that. So it's a really rewarding opportunity that this particular division has.